Hello, and welcome to the open house for Cybersecurity Essentials. My name is Jake Schweik, and I am the business and cybersecurity teacher here at Melbourne High School. The Cybersecurity Essentials course is a course where we're going to talk about cybersecurity with an emphasis on network vulnerabilities, attack mechanisms, intrusion detection systems, and mitigation strategies. The students will be working towards a certification called Microsoft Technology Associate in Security Fundamentals. Additionally, there'll be some other certifications that the students will have access to, and ultimately, the optional certification is the CompTIA Security Plus certification. Our classroom format is a blended learning model, and what that means is that we will have in-class instruction, so that would be discussions and presentations here in class, as well as online and digital content that the students will participate in. We do use Microsoft Teams in my classes, and for those of you not familiar with Microsoft Teams is essentially the Microsoft equivalent of Google Classroom. They also will be they will be using LearnKey video lessons, and these are online video lessons that the students will use to supplement the information that we get in class. There are a couple points that I want to cover about that are pertinent about my grading. The first one is I give a weekly participation score, and that weekly participation score, it's 50 points per week, which usually works out to about 10 points per day. And the students start each week with 50 points, and then based on their actions and behavior, they'll either keep all of those points or there could be deductions. And deductions are typically going to be for things such as not participating in classroom discussions and activities, not completing assignments, not working on assignments with class time given, and also if they leave their work areas in disarray and make it difficult for students coming behind them, those types of behaviors could result in a deduction of weekly participation points. Another significant point is that I do not accept late assignments for credit. The exception would be is that students can turn in late assignments up to 5 times each grading period using a fix-it ticket. And what a fix-it ticket is it's a document that they'll print off and they'll fill it out with their name, the name of the assignment, the reason that the date that the assignment was due, the date that it was turned in, the reason the assignment is turned in late, and then they'll sign it and they'll have you sign it. The reason that I handle late assignments this way is I find that if I have a blanket late assignment policy, there are some students that will abuse that and they will work habitually late and behind pace. And that can be very problematic for this class because there is a lot of content. However, I do realize that there are situations that will arise that will cause assignments to be turned in late. And so we do have the fix-it tickets, 5 of them each grading period, that allows the student to kind of fix any situations that might arise. The fix-it tickets are also designed as a bit of an accountability measure. So if the students are if they get into the habit of working behind pace, they're going to have to be bringing these forms to you to sign, and then that will allow you to have a discussion with your son or daughter on why they're turning assignments in late consistently, and so that just kind of helps alleviate any surprises later. Participation, things that I do expect the students to do each day is I expect them to check the lesson plans and deadlines that I maintain. And I do so through planbook.com, which is an online lesson plan platform. So they can access that directly through planbook.com, but more often what they'll do is they'll actually access that through a tab in Microsoft Teams. So they'll be able to see the lesson plans that I have I've posted for this week and in a couple weeks in the future. Additionally, I want them to check Microsoft Teams every day. If I have any announcements or any information that I need to pass to them, that's where I'll do it. I also expect them to complete any assigned tasks and engage in classroom discussions. The certifications that they'll be working on in this class, as I said, the required certification is the MTA Security Fundamentals. They also have an option to work on the EC Council Ethical Hacking Associate and the Cyber Forensic Associate certifications. And if they pass those 3 certifications and pass the the practice test with a high enough score, I will give them a voucher to attempt the CompTIA Security Plus certification. Discipline in my class starts with, so if the student is engaging in behavior that is inappropriate, I will give them a warning. If they continue with that behavior, then I will contact their parent, which would be most likely you. Also, that second phase could result in a loss of class privileges if that privilege is tied to that behavior. And then after that, if the behavior continues, then that will result in a disciplinary referral. In my classroom, obviously, we talk a lot about electronics, and so I do not have a blanket prohibition against cell phones in my classroom. What I do ask is that I ask that if they have personal devices, they should not be used in a way that disrupts learning, and that's either the student themselves or the other students around them. Also, we have computers in my classroom, and I've instructed the students that my classroom computers should not be used for online gaming. The reason is that a lot of times the students like to play these free online games, but free online games have a tendency to open up the computers to malicious software. Unintentionally and usually unknowingly, the students could be downloading malicious software that will cause problems on my computers and potentially even the school network. And so I do ask that the students not use my computers for online gaming. Because of the existing electronics policy at Melbourne High School, the discipline ladder for electronics is a little bit shorter than other activities. So if your son or daughter is using their cell phone or my classroom computers inappropriately, the first thing that will happen is they will get a warning. I'll let them know that what they're doing is not appropriate, and if they continue it, that will result directly in a disciplinary referral. I do encourage you, if you have any questions or comments, to email me, and my email is schweik.jacob@brevardschools.org. That is a great way to get a hold of me. I am at my computer fairly frequently throughout the day, and I do my best to answer emails very quickly. I do thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you have a great evening.